How's it going? My name is Aria Black. Welcome to another episode of Let's Talk, where we're talking all about Cobalt. Right. Yeah, so I don't own that video, but the link's in the description if you want to check it out for yourselves. So let me do my little pitch for you. 1 second, let me share my screen properly. So let me tell you all about the adventures of Tailus in outer space. It's finally landed on Indiegogo. So this is the first time you are ever going to get all of the currently released Tailus material, all of the yet to be released Tailus material in one place. This is the Tailus Collected Edition. So if you're a fan of Transformers, Thundercats, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, all that lovely good 90s nostalgia, Saturday morning cartoon type of things, then you're going to absolutely love this book. This is the CG book for fans of all that good stuff. So let me bring my face in here, just so you have something else to look at. Right, so the Adventures of Tailus in Outer Space, you're going to receive in this collected edition all 4 currently released mini comics, plus 2 awesome bonus mini comics that have never been seen before. One of which is actually the Tailus Not Daredevil crossover. So if you want to see that awesome CG UK crossover, make sure you check out this book. It's going to be epic. If you want to find out what happened to our beloved Captain Fuckhead, make sure you back this book and you'll find out all about that. Sorry if I seem a bit distracted. My dog has just decided to join me on stream. Right. Right. So on top of those 5 mini comics, you're also going to have a massive bonus material section, and I can see my internet is playing up, so you're not going to be able to see that visual for there. But this massive bonus material section is going to feature every single image, every single story idea, every single thumbnail, absolutely everything that's ever gone into Tailus will be featured in this bonus material section. You don't see anything this expansive anywhere else in the comic book industry, only in the Adventures of Tailus in Outer Space Collected Edition. So I forgot to mention it just now, but the sign-up perk is really awesome. When you sign up, you're going to be receiving for absolutely free this beautiful artwork by Mary Boys legend Chubb. He's drawn Harry of the Mary Boys alongside Tailus, and you're going to receive that for absolutely free on a trading card and fold-out poster. That's A3 fold-out poster. I believe that's like 11 by 17 for all you American folks. So yeah, get on it. This is the only place on the campaign you're going to be able to receive this artwork is if you sign up, and make sure you sign up today. Get on it, guys. Right. And then finally, the Unlockable 7th mini comic. As soon as we hit full funding on this campaign, we are going to instantly unlock this very special 7th mini comic. And I say it's special for 2 reasons. Number one, it's going to take our page count of story alone up to over 50 pages. So that's over 50 pages of awesome 90s nostalgic mini comic Tailus action. And then the second point is this is a prelude book. It's going to be the first glimpse into the wider Tailus story. If you want to hop into the first ever full-size Tailus story, which is going to be my next project, make sure you back this book, because we're going to unlock that 7th mini comic and you'll be able to get your mind into that story before anyone else. So yeah, that's the Adventures of Tailus in Outer Space. I can't wait for you all to see it. It's coming along nicely. Make sure you sign up. I'll keep you updated with the campaign. I've got so much good stuff to show you coming up soon. So make sure you check it out. Links in the description. And yeah, we'll move along. Let me stop sharing that. So thank you everyone for coming. So far we have Dave in the chat. I know it's a bit of an earlier show today, but I appreciate you showing up. All right, me bobbers. Right, and now let's bring in TailEndStudios. How you doing, my friend? Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, there you are. So, how's your day been? Everything okay? I know you've only
everything's everything's going well, man. Got my coffee. I'm good to go.
All good, all good. So, why don't you just start off? Tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got into comic books.
Okay. My name's Jake. I live in Tennessee, and I actually got into comic books around my junior year of high school. You know, that's when the CW was coming out with all the teen drama shows like Smallville that had to do with superheroes. And so I started watching that, and around season 6, I got sick and tired of it because it started turning into crap. And all my friends were telling me, dude, you just gotta read the comic books. And I was like, well, I don't really have any right now. I'm living in a dormitory on a boarding school, so I don't really have access. So they started all lifting up their mattresses under their beds and everything and saying, dude, don't tell the principal or anybody, but here are some. And I was like, oh, shit. So I started reading their comics and everything, fell in love with the art and the stories, and I've been a fan ever since. I started personally collecting Nightwing soon after that, and then other ones came along afterwards, like the Ninja Turtle run with IDW, Captain America, Green Lantern with Jeff Johns, and this one that I found called Saga, and I fell in love with Saga. It's like a Hatfields versus McCoys in space. Yeah. And so I've been collecting the volumes of that one, and that one's pretty sweet. I like it.
Hey, that's cool. If you don't mind, how old are you? Because like I remember being in like college when all the CW stuff was starting as well. You must be a similar age.
Yeah, I'm 34.
Okay.
I think I'm 34, maybe 33.
And this was like a boarding school you were in when you first discovered comics then?
Yeah, everybody had like their little stash of stuff that we weren't supposed to have. Like it was a very like Christian academy, so we couldn't have like video games where blood and death were taking place and stuff like that. So everybody would hide it until like nighttime when the deans would go to sleep.
Yes, see, I sort of always wished I went to more of a Christian school, but you know, if they're gonna ban my comics, no way.
I tell you what, man, less fights at a Christian school, surprisingly. Yeah. Public school, you always be getting into some hard knocks.
Yeah, exactly. Right. So you discovered comics while you were at this boarding school. Mm-hmm. At what point did you think, I'm going to create a comic?
I actually never thought I would actually create a comic book. I was always the theater kid. I was part of the drama team, you know, choir, stuff like that, gymnastics, and creating a comic didn't come until after my accident in 2013 when I was 26. I was working in a factory, and I was assisting on a machine that compresses plastics onto molds. That way we can make sandwich wrapping and delivery packages for the military. So while I was assisting on this machine, my hand was inside when my coworker pressed the start button. So it came down, crushed my left hand. I became an amputee, became part of the limb different community. And it wasn't until about 5 years later when I got in touch with some limb different friends at Dragon Con in Atlanta. So we were walking around Artist Alley looking at all the indie creators, you know, trying to shill out their stuff here at Dragon Con. And my buddy turns to me and says, dude, have you ever thought about creating a superhero? And I was like, hell yeah, who hasn't? So we were sitting there. I was telling him a little bit of like the main ideas for Cobalt. I didn't really have it fleshed out. And he was like, let me get you in touch with somebody. So a couple months after that, he was a friend of his named Travis Rivas, who's with the indie team called Accidental Aliens over in San Diego. They actually hit me up and was like, dude, we're making this anthology for kids who are growing up with limb differences, who were born with congenital differences. Do you want to be part of it? I was like, hell yeah, I do. And so we created this anthology you can get on Etsy.com called Superabled Comics. And so that was the first time I featured Cobalt in a comic, and man, I caught the bug right after that.
Oh, that's cool. That's a good origin story. You there's a lot of character in you know, in that backstory. I like that rather than just you know, the standard. Oh, I've always liked comics kind of thing.
Oh man, like you know, comics are great. I'm not gonna lie, I love them. But yeah, man,
they can make a comic about you with an origin story like that.
Yeah, I tell everybody it's definitely a write what you know story, but it's based in a comic book setting. So you get the cyberpunk style with neo-noir. You're going to get the suspense and thrills. You're going to get the action. You're going to get a little bit of a relationship story on the side. I'm not too much into it because CW kind of ruined it for me.
Yeah. So so obviously you're a part of the Limb Different community, if I'm right, and so I see where your inspiration comes from for the character. Is there anything else you've taken from your real life that you put into this story? Like, I'm imagining, is he anything like you personally?
Oh, of course. You know, he has his doubts about, what he's able to accomplish in life. He's very much at the stage where this is his comeuppance into Cobalt. So he's just realizing that he does have the ability to do what needs to be done. And he's starting to learn that there's more to a hero than just the anger that fuels it.
Oh, cool.
So Batman, he's all about vengeance and, serving dark justice and stuff like that. We're trying to make it to where Cobalt can come out of that because he's already got the anger and everything. He lost his hand to the cartel drug lord Esmeralda Blasco in the origin story. He lost his chance to make money to save his mom from cancer. So he's just got a lot of L's on his chain right now. So he's looking for that W, but he doesn't know how to go about to attain it. And so he has a mentor named Thomas Rogers who lost his arm in Afghanistan. He's an ex-Navy SEAL, special ops, and he met Jesse through one of the group therapy sessions that he has at his homeless shelter on the weekdays.
Right.
And so he met Jesse there. He saw the anger and depression in Jesse's eyes. Sorry, my phone's going off. And so he definitely knew where Jesse was coming from. He quickly took him under his wing and tried to direct that anger into something more productive. Well, that productivity started becoming Cobalt. He was teaching him how to fight. It just started out on the punching bag, but he taught him how to fight and handle himself real well. And so all that training that he's done, the armor that he wears, it's a futuristic type of armor that was going to be used for the military and police now in Atlanta, Georgia, in this setting that I'm creating. Yeah. And because Thomas is ex-military, he knows a lot of police around Atlanta. Because usually when you're in the military, if you come out, you immediately go to being a police officer, or at least that's what I've noticed in my own personal life. And so, yeah, man, Thomas is able to get his hands on all these things because he has all these relationships with different people in different areas, and so Jesse just gets to become part of that. But Jesse also starts to become more than that at the same time. He's coming into his own, and I think you're in for a hell of a ride with him.
Hey, cool. Yeah, I find it really cool how there's so much. Like, obviously, there's the story component, which you were just telling me about. There's also like the real life component to this. Just like how like James O'Barr put so much of his own story into The Crow. I love it when it's like that. It's like an extra selling point for me. I think backers are going to love that as well. Yeah, the story sounds great, dude. I tell you what, Bristolian Dave said Cobalt looks awesome, and the story sounds great. Yeah, 100%. I agree with that. And I see what you mean. You said you got into Nightwing earlier. I see Nightwing vibes in this. Like,
oh, most definitely. When I first started throwing out Cobalt's character design, yeah. I got a lot of people coming in before I mentioned Nightwing that it looks a lot like Stryker and Sub-Zero had a baby.
Yeah.
I was like, that's awesome. That's fine. If you before, I don't care. That just means maybe you'll fall in love with them a little more.
Yeah. I tell you what, I'll show you this. Like before the show, I was like quickly looking at the campaign, and I was like, the art style on this campaign really reminds me of like the old Mortal Kombat, character screens where they'd have like the characters are real people dressed up as the characters, but they're then sort of stylized and rendered to fit the arcade machines at the time. And looking at the artwork on your campaign, it gives me those lovely nostalgia vibes, and I absolutely love it. It looks great, and that sort of aesthetic is right up my alley. It's
Awesome.
I just wanted to say that's sort of the vibes I'm getting from this, and it fits for a character who's, I assume, his main like abilities are his like fighting abilities. You'll be fighting the bad guys hand to hand sort of thing.
Oh, most definitely. Yeah. We don't have any superpowers until more down the line when we solidify more of the ground and the setting for Atlanta. So this first issue is 32 pages, and then it's going to be part of a 4-issue miniseries. But we're really delving into the character depth with these characters first before we expand into Atlanta. I mean, you're still going to get the background settings of different areas that we're going to explore, but you know, I very much want people to connect with the characters first. That way, they want them to come back.
Yeah, that's cool. It's I like hearing that you've got like plans for a wider story, like introducing superpowers to it and all that. That's cool. I like that. Is that going to happen within that 4-issue miniseries?
No, this 4-issue miniseries is very much going to be to the ground, you know, keeping your feet, you know, grounded. But what happens is since the titles for this one is called Thrashing About, this takes place after the origin story. And so after the dismantling of the Aranya cartel, Jesse and his little brother Isaac go into hiding. So they're just jumping from motel to motel to try and keep the Aranya off their tail in case they ever decide to come back and, you know, kind of kill them. And so while Jesse's out one night trying to collect some rent money because, you know, they're just living day by day, he comes up on the Thrasher gang trying to have their way with a lady. And so in this back alley, Jesse reluctantly plays hero. You know, he goes down, kicks some ass, saves her. But that immediately throws him into this investigation that's taking place. So who he saved and what he got himself in the middle of very much comes to fruition within this issue. We're starting to learn who the players are, what's going to be taking place. And then within issues 2, 3, and 4, alliances will be created. Will they be able to trust each other? And will Cobalt be able to defeat this new enemy that's arising to help out the Thrasher?
Cool. Yeah, good. Your story sounds great, mate. It's sounds nice and in depth. Like there's lots of little things to go into as you read. How big is the story going to be?
This story is going to be arcing over 4 issues. If I go with the 32 pages per book, it's going to be around 130 odd pages.
Hey, that's cool. Are you going to plan to release them as a whole at some point?
Oh hell yeah! You know, yeah. I just need to get the backers and the clout to do it, man.
Yeah.
Like you know,
yeah, Cobalt, but that looked great. I tell you what,
yeah.
Why don't we bring up your campaign now? We're almost halfway through the show, so bring up your campaign. Do you want me to do it, or would you like to do it?
If you wouldn't mind, I don't trust my computer at the moment.
That's fine. Let me bring it up for you. Let's share audio so we can watch the trailer later. So almost on 2.5K of Great British pounds. I don't know what that is in dollars.
I just my goal was 3,000, so $3,000 translates to 21.89 pounds, I guess.
Yeah.
And we're sitting at $3,280 with 19 days left. Man, we need to keep the traction going. It's been sitting there just lukewarm for a little bit.
It always does, doesn't it? You start strong, it pitters out, and then you have a strong ending, hopefully. But you funded, which is the main thing. That's great. Congratulations. You're already 109% of your goal, which congratulations. I know it's hard just to get to that point. Is this the second 30-day window?
This is the second 30 days. So there's not going to be any, you know, restarting and going, this is the last 30. Guys need to re-up real quick. No, none of that. Please get on this campaign.
You hear that, guys? You hear that? Get on it now while it lasts. Yeah, this is great. You're doing really well with it so far.
Thank you.
Let's just check out some of this artwork on display.
Sure.
It looks great. Who's your artist?
My artist is actually from the Philippines. His name's Erwin Arosa.
Nice.
And we've been doing this back and forth since August last year. And all the pages are done. All 32 pages are fully colored and rendered, ready to go. I just need to put the speech bubbles on there, get the placement dialogue out, put it with real conversation, and we'll be gold, man.
You're gonna do it yourself?
No. I've hired a letterer to do it.
Okay, cool. So your contribution to this is you're the writer then?
Yes, I am the writer. That is all I can say I am on this campaign.
That's cool. Writer and creator. That's amazing. I gotta say though, you've hired yourself some good artists. I love this. The blue and pinks, bisexual lighting, but I think it looks awesome on this. The whole what's the word I'm going for? Like neon aesthetic. Brilliant. This looks this looks like an amazing comic book. So
definitely brought in the cyberpunk feel for it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, cyberpunk. That's what I was thinking. I gotta say, this cover, this is why I was thinking of Mortal Kombat. This artwork here, it looks awesome. Who is this? The same guy?
No, my cover artist. I actually got lucky. His name's Max Bertolini. He lives in Italy, but he's done covers for both Dark Horse Comics and for Heavy Metal Magazine.
Yeah.
And I actually friended him on Facebook not too long ago. If you see his art, he has this one cover that he did for Dark Horse or Marvel, my bad, of the Hulk versus Wolverine.
Right.
And dude, that piece is so stellar. Oh my God. I mean, as soon as I looked at his art, I immediately hit him up on Twitter. It took a couple days for him to get back to me, but man, he hit me up. He did it. He had no problem. He was punctual, delivered on time. I mean, look at that piece. That is excellent.
It's insane.
I have a metal print of that piece right there. So at the level 60 tier or the featured tier, you're going to get a comic size metal print of that cover.
Whoa, that is the perfect add-on, or not add-on. That's the perfect item for sale on this campaign. That's a really good idea, doing a metal print.
Oh, most definitely. Yeah, I loved it.
I love that. That's great. What's in this featured tier then?
All right, that featured tier consists of the digital copy, the physical copy, the comic size metal print, and then the 11x17 poster with art by Bert De La Cruz, and then a small chibi sticker, well, a 3-inch size chibi sticker to go along with it. The chibi sticker is there to kind of fool parents into letting them get the comic. They're like, oh, something cute. Yeah, you can get that comic. Sure. Little do they know.
I like it. That's good. This is a really good feature here as well. £44, $60 US. That seems like a bargain to me for all that lovely stuff that you're going to get. And it's good that you're doing physical and digital together. I like that. That's a good.
Almost definitely.
Yeah.
And all the physical tiers within the U.S., you have free shipping. So let me lay that on again. In the U.S., we have free shipping.
Oh, lovely. Free shipping in the U.S. So you got your digital. I think that's fairly straightforward. That's a good one for us in the UK if you want to save on the postage, I guess. And then you got your physical copy here. So, you got your physical, your digital, and a sticker all in a $20 tier. That's good.
Oh yeah, it's 32 pages. You know, people are already paying $20 for like an 80-page story or something like that. So I wanted to add a little bit more and give free shipping just so they could actually get in there and get it.
Yeah, that's good. And £15 as a price point for a comic book, a CG book, is actually not a lot, which is great for us. And also, including the stickers and the digital copy and all that, I just love the extra things you get in these books that you don't get out of the mainstream. The extra effort and passion, you know. And then Blood Brothers. What's this?
Blood Brothers, that's going to be 2 physicals and then digital and the chibi sticker. So with Blood Brothers, I haven't really put it on the tier description or told many people, but if you get that one, I'm going to sign your second issue. That way you can have one that you can play around, kind of mess up, and the other one you can keep as a collector piece.
Ah, cool. That's perfect. I love you know, thinking about the collectors. I like that. So you'll get a signed copy then with this tier, guys, and a non-signed copy. That's good. Stay vigilant. I apologize if you hear the dog barking in the background. She's going.
No, you're good. My cat's bugging the shit out of me.
So stay vigilant. What's this tier all about?
Stay vigilant means we're going to keep it going with the physical, the digital, an 11x17 poster with art by Bert De La Cruz, and then the chibi sticker. So instead of getting an extra physical copy, I just switched it out with an 11x17 poster.
Okay, cool. So that's essentially the feature tier, but without the metal print.
Without the metal print. Yep.
Oh, that's good. Name's Cobalt. $100 tier.
Oh yeah. So this is where we start getting fancy.
Okay.
So you get the digital, the physical, the 11x17 poster, the chibi sticker, and then that picture right there we can blow up at the very bottom of the campaign. But that's going to be a 12x18 metal print of art by Bagus Artworks from Instagram.
Wow, 12x18. That's huge.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And I have it sitting right here by me. It is beautiful. As a matter of fact, I'm going to come on live for a second. Here we go.
Well, go on.
All right. So here's the comic-sized cover print.
Wow. That looks good. Nice and shiny.
So Phoenix Animation is doing this for me. He hangs out with Black Rose Comics most of the time, and he does medals for Comicsgate. And so we got that for the early backers who join the mailing list. You're going to be getting this metal trading card, art by Max Bertolini, the one that did the cover.
Yeah.
And then right here is the 12x18.
That looks insane.
Oh yeah.
The purple lightning on that looks crazy.
Oh, I brought the A game for this one.
Oh, you know what?
Yeah.
Doing a good job selling this. That looks great. Oh, what are these? The chibi stickers?
Yep. I want to make sure I have everything in order. That way, as soon as the campaign ends, I can just send it to the printer and we'll be good to go.
Yeah. Awesome. That looks great. The amount of merch you got going on here, merchandise other than the comic book. I love it. It's great. We have $150 tier. What's this then?
No gray area. So you'll be getting the physical, the digital, the 11x17 poster, the 12x18 metal print, the chibi sticker, and you're going to be getting a character commission from my interior artist, Erwin Arosa. So if you like that panel layout right there, the art in that, you can get any character done. It can be your character, but my artist, Erwin Arosa, is going to do it.
Okay, cool. So you get a character commission. That's a nice tier. I like the original art tiers on these campaigns. Get a leg up. $300.
Yep. Get a leg up. We're going back to the physical and digital. You're also going to be getting the 11x17 poster, the chibi sticker, and we're going to break it back down to the comic-sized metal print of the cover, but you're also going to get ad space for your comic book within my comic book.
Oh, cool.
So if you want to promote yours a little early when mine comes out, when you release your comic later down the road, later in the year, people will already be able to see it within my comic book, the ones who have backed it.
Hey, that's awesome. Selling ad space in your books, that's quite cool. That's something
I thought more CGers should be doing, or at least indie comics in general. I thought we should be helping each other out like that. I mean, when you pick up a comic book off the shelf in an actual comic book store, you see other ads for other comics and stuff. I was like, why aren't we doing that, guys? That would help each other out a lot.
Yeah, I was talking to my friend, the Graphic Goose, the other day about this, like doing ads in your CG books. I was like, no one's really done it before, but it's cool to see you're giving it a go. And you've already sold 2. I bet you were chuffed when you saw those pop up.
Oh, hell yeah, because I helped out the campaign.
You're like $300, right?
Oh, yeah.
2 claimed on the no gray area. That's great that these big tiers are selling. 2 claimed on the named Cobalt tier. You're doing really well with this campaign. And, you know, people backing these high level tiers just shows how that there's enthusiasm for this campaign, which is great. It's good to see because it's such a cool looking character. It's good to see people support them. You know, they want to see this in action. We'll go over.
I unleashed the Cobalt campaign around the same time. Lee Byron and Dean let out Embrace and the Company Men, and to see those guys go as far as they have already, and I'm just sitting back here at 3,000, basically at the main goal I had. I was like, what the hell is going on? But I chalk it up to they've been in CG a lot longer than I have. So to be able just to come in about a year ago and just start like trying to talk to people and, you know, build that relationship and network, to come this far just to complete the actual campaign at this point, I couldn't be happier, man. I mean, people have been nice. People have been inviting. Everything outside around Comicsgate that people try to say negatively about it, I haven't ran into any of that shit. It's been great.
Yeah. Hey, listen. Like I'm a massive fan of the Embrace and what those guys are doing. I think he looks like the Embrace is like a really good character design.
Oh yeah.
Cobalt is just as good a character design. I think he looks amazing. Don't compare yourself though in terms of the amount of money raised. Everyone's in a different situation. They're doing really well. This campaign is funded. You're doing really well yourself. I would instead compare your next campaign to this instead of to what someone else.
I get you.
You know, since this is your first campaign, don't stress.
Oh, of course.
You funded, you're a success. You've made it over the biggest hurdle. So congratulations for that, dude. And then
thank you.
You're planning at least three more, because you're doing the 4-part miniseries, right?
Oh yeah.
You know, compare issue 2 to this instead. I'm sure you'll do even better on issue 2. You're bound to, since people now know the character. So free shipping in the US. That's great. Good news for all the American folks. This piece of artwork right here, this is amazing.
Yeah. Again, that's Max Bertolini. That's the trading card that people will be receiving because they signed up on the mailing list.
Yeah, this guy is crazy. You know, good job hiring this guy, basically.
Oh yeah, it looks like an oil painting.
So I gotta ask you, right? So Cobalt, he's missing a hand and he's got a cybernetic replacement. Yeah. So there's this armor. Is it just body armor, or is it like cybernetic? It can do different things. What's the story?
No. I mean, it's definitely body armor. It's a mix between like plated Kevlar and mesh between the plates. That way, you can actually move a little bit more fluidly. And it's kind of like a mix of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers the movie and Stormtrooper kind of feel.
Cool.
It's not going to be as shiny and whatnot because he tries to stay in the shadows and turn corners on you, but it's very much that hard plated Kevlar. So a little bit more futuristic and a little bit more enforcer type.
Cool. So his costume and his hand, they don't give him any extra abilities that he wouldn't have otherwise.
The cybernet, well, the fingers on the prosthetic hand might deliver a couple of little trinkets, but we don't really get into that until later. So of course, every street level vigilante, of course, has to have their donned utility belt, and as you can see, it's very much based on like police enforcement or military police type style. So, but he does have a few trinkets in there that he can use.
Cool. Tell me about his weapons, his tonfa.
His tonfas are futuristic, kind of high-techy, so they can dismantle and turn into different things. We get one shot of a little piece of what they can do within the first issue, and we're just going to keep on building up on them, man. Outside of the actual realism of the art, everything else is definitely going to be comic book based. So if you're going to try and get into physics of this should or shouldn't be able to work this way, you're going to be very disappointed because we're going batshit crazy with some of this stuff.
Yeah. You know what? With his particular weapon choice, I'd like to see this guy take on the Ninja Turtles.
He might be lucky enough and team up with them like the Power Rangers and Batman did.
Oh, that'd be wicked. That would be wicked. I'd love to see CG characters breaking out into more the not mainstream, but you know what I mean. Team up with the Ninja would be epic.
I would love to see Cobalt team up with the Peregrine.
Right.
That would be stellar, man. I would love for that to happen.
Oh, that was a. I used to ask everyone who came on this show, who would you, if you had to do a CG crossover, what would it be? So it'd be Peregrine, right?
It'd be Peregrine, the Company Men, Embrace, Black Rose Comics coming book, Cerebrum, Star Circuit. I would love to see what happens within their worlds. It would be crazy.
You know what? I think the Company Men's another good idea. I think these two would mesh quite well. So similar styles. I think that would be. I'd buy it. It'd be a great book. So tell us about your stretch goals.
All right. So the first stretch goal comes at the 4,000 mark. So it's going to be a embroidered patch that you can put on clothing or your backpack or anything like that. I heard that Shay and Cyborg Valkyrie really like their patches. So I was like, that'll be the first tier. Why not? And so the second one comes at the $5,000 mark. That's going to be another metal trading card, this time with art by my interior artist, Irwin. Okay. I haven't decided if it's going to be Cobalt again or if it's going to be Kasem Almont, the antagonist for the story.
Right. Yeah, that's cool. And then we have what's
at the $6,000 tier, at the extra 3,000, we're going to put the original 7-page origin story in the back of the book.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. That's a good idea. And this was the book that was originally featured in that anthology book that you did before this?
Yeah. So that's the origin story, and I really wanted to get it out to everybody. We still got 19 days. Who knows? We might hit that extra 3,000.
and that book's not available as an add-on or anything on this campaign on its own?
Nope.
No. Okay. Guys, get it funded if you want to check out that origin story. And then Cobalt t-shirt. That's a cool one.
Oh, yeah. We're going to do art with Irwin again for the t-shirt. So I was thinking of like doing the half down the middle bust thing. That way on one side of his of the character you can read the name Cobalt, and then down the side of that you'll see like a silhouette of Cobalt.
Oh, that's a cool idea. You know what you should do then once we unlock that tier? Sew the patch onto the arm. So
yeah, that'd be awesome.
Oh man, I used to have a football jacket with all patches all over it, and it's gone now. I have no idea where they are. I had loads, but having a TailEndStudio one would be a good addition to that. Where did the name TailEnd come from, by the way?
TailEnd came up pretty easily. So when I started when I caught the bug during Super Able Comics, I immediately went on YouTube and just started going through all the different comic creators on there. So of course I ran into Mark Crilly and his channel. I ran into EVS and his channel, and then I came up on the Barton Brothers, and of course the Barton Brothers led me to other creators, led me to Young Ripa, Nerdrotic. So I was just going down the rabbit hole of everything that had to do with comics, and so I started listening to streams and everything, and how the mainstream is going to be dying off, and indies are going to be done by Kickstarter and Indiegogo now. And just hearing all this stuff, I was like, man, I'm really coming up on the tail end of everything.
I see where this is going.
Oh, yeah. So I was like, all right, since I'm coming up on the tail end of Comicsgate, I'm coming up on the tail end of the mainstream dying out. I just went with tail end, and I switched it up from TAIL to TALE because these are tales, these are stories, and all my stories will have an ending. Nothing's going to continue for too long because I want to do other stories.
Hey, cool. That's an interesting origin story for your company, publishing company. What do you call it? Your brand.
Yeah, my brand. Yep, TailEndStudio.
That's cool. Who did this artwork on screen right now?
Okay, so that's right there. That's going to be 11 by 17 poster. Behind Cobalt, you see the face of Esmeralda Blasco, the lady that took his fingers from him.
Right.
So in the bottom of the corner of that poster, you'll see it says Art of Bert.
Art of
Bert. That was, yeah. So you can find him on Facebook. His name's Albert de la Cruz.
Ah, cool. Check him out on Facebook, guys. Oh, and here's that metal print.
Oh yeah,
that is epic.
I don't know if anybody like really notices, but I love how his armor kind of has like eyes within it, so it kind of looks like they're looking at you.
Blowing like the statue he's standing on as well.
Yep.
Well, you know what? This artwork is great. Who did this one as well?
That one with the lightning, that's done by Bagus.artworks on Instagram.
That's good. That's cool. I tell you what, you've hired some amazing artists to work with you on this campaign.
I need to bring my A game coming right out the gate, man. I'm new, so I had to show that I'm here to play and stay.
Yeah. You know what? You are under a bit of pressure here for your writing to live up to the quality of this artwork. I'm sure it will. It looks great. I can tell just from this action scene, it's going to be a fun read to check this book out. Are you when you're plotting these pages out, are you having your artists refer to actual like martial arts or anything? Because this looks pretty technical here.
Well, my artist is from the Philippines, right? And so the tonfas are actually a Filipino martial art weapon. Yeah. So having him to be able to come on here and actually like show the movements of what's done with tonfas and how to execute them properly, I mean, I couldn't have asked for a better combination, man, because, you know, Erwin, as you can see, he's a stellar artist. He was actually an art director over in the Philippines for a while before he stopped so he could be at home with his family more. So I really landed the golden goose for this project.
Hey, don't mess with him then if he knows what to do with those tonfa.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, happy Jam. Thanks for showing up, my dude, and checking this book out.
Jam.
Oh, you know this guy, do you?
I've seen him around once in a while. I'm trying to make my way around to more streams, so I'm starting to see people more often now.
Yeah. Hey, that's good. That's good. Yeah, get out there, keep spreading the word. We'll have you on the Bargain Bin show soon, so viewers, make sure you stick around for that in a couple of weeks' time. Who's this guy over here on the screen right now?
Okay, so earlier I mentioned a guy named Kasim Al-Mat. That is that guy right there. So Kasim Al-Mat translate to distributor of death. So he's actually ex-military also, but he is the ex-military of the Peshmerga. And if you don't know who the Peshmerga are, they actually helped us out in Afghanistan during the Iran and Iraq wars. So when we couldn't get our boys in, the Peshmerga were like, well, we'll fucking do it for you. And dude, they acted like modern day Spartans and went in there and kicked ass. So I wanted to give a little nod to them, a little homage here. And so Kasim Al-Mat was once of the Peshmerga. Within the Peshmerga, there was a special unit known as the Death Stalkers. So when shit needed to be done, they sent in the special unit known as the Death Stalkers. Well, on one mission, was just annihilated, and he got out of there within an inch of his life. So immediately he went MIA and became a gun for hire. And so that gun for hire came in as somebody that needed to take care of Cobalt, because Cobalt's getting a little too close to figuring out what's going on with the Thrasher gang. Right.
I tell you what, though, he looks cool. And sometimes you think, like, the bad guy looks cooler than the main event and the hero. I think the bad guy's already my favorite character just from the visual.
Bad guys are fun to do, man.
Yeah. You know what? I'm also thinking, fuck me, Cyborg looks rough. Cyborg, Cyclops.
Yeah. Oh, that. So the characters that aren't part of the main character, I left to Irwin to create their look and everything. And somebody mentioned to me, he was like, "Dude, did you get any influence from Dark Knight Returns?" I was like, "No, why?" He was like, "Because your dude with those Cyclops sunglasses looks exactly like the baddie from Dark Knight Returns." And I looked at him, I was like, "Holy shit, you're right." But no, that was Irwin. So yeah, the Thrasher gang, that was Irwin's doing. I let him have a little fun.
Hey, it's cool. It's very cyberpunk, which is what you want for this book.
Exactly.
It does look like Cyclops after crystal meth. This artwork is amazing. I'm sure the story is going to be amazing. Guys, make sure you're funded, but we still, we got stretch goals. We've got a lot more that we can unlock on this campaign. Make sure you get on it, guys. All the links to all the books on the stream will be in the description below. So make sure you check them out. Shall we, before we wrap up, watch the trailer?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Oh wow! Who did you trailer?
Red Gaze, of course.
Yeah, you know what? I was thinking to myself, that trailer screams Red Gaze.
He's great, man. He did a hell of a job.
That bit where the hand came together, that was so cool. I love that. I'm watching
that little.
Go on.
Oh, sorry. That little animation right there was done by Warwick Wong off Instagram. So he does all of the little aesthetics of your cybernetics come together. He has this Darth Vader piece that he did where his arms and his armor all just like dismantle and then reconstruct in an animation. It was beautiful, and I was like, I need you to do that for Cobalt's hand and his armor.
That's wicked. That was a good trailer. I'm watching that Invincible show on Amazon at the moment that everyone's talking about. Well, that'd be great as a cartoon. It'd be amazing to see that.
Oh man, it would be an HBO Max special, kind of like Spawn was back in the 90s.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be great. That'd be great. I tell you what, we're about to wrap up the show. Is there anything else you'd like to add before we end?
Not really, not for Cobalt, other than I just want to thank you for having me on and give me a little bit of time to, chill out the project and chill with you for a bit, man. I really enjoyed it. I want to thank everybody in the chat for coming in and listening to us, talk about it. Come on, guys, back Cobalt a little bit more. That way we can get some of the stretch goals out to you. I really want to give you guys everything that I can on this project. I am very passionate about this one. It's my first one. I want, come hell or high water, you're getting the book in a timely manner. I'm not going to make you guys wait a year to get a book. So just get on there, get out there, share it with everybody you know, and I'll be catching you on the flip.
Yeah, You heard the man. Make sure you back Cobalt. Links in the description. Where can people find you?
You can find me at my 2 handles on Instagram or Twitter, TailEndStudio or Bionic Bruh.
Hey, cool. I'll just remind everyone again before we go for the day that the Adventures of Tailless in Outer Space has also landed on Indiegogo. You're still signing up, so make sure you get on the mailing list. Sign up, and you're going to receive that beautiful artwork by Chubb, the creator of the Maybe Boys. Make sure you get on it, sign up, because you won't be able to get that artwork anywhere else on this campaign. So make sure you get on it, because I want everyone to get their hands on that trading card and poster. So
I'm signing up right now, so follow suit, people.
Yeah. Thanks, dude. Remember, all the links in the description below. Make sure you check out Cobalt, check out TailEndStudio, and yeah, we'll be seeing you all in the next one. Bye.